Check if you make these mistakes in English. This is test number 8. In this series of tests, I want all of you to attempt all the questions. There are 10 here, and then find out how many you got right. If you get a score which is very less, do it again and again. If you get a good score, then let me know. Either way, good or bad, you let me know and tell me how you found the test. One of you said that some earlier test was very tough. So a similar test on jumble I will make, which is very simple. Because if you give your feedback, it becomes easy. Now let us see how to test whether you make these mistakes or not. Here is the first sentence. I is waiting for my friends in theatre. Look at the sentence carefully and find what is wrong with this sentence. I hope all of you are sitting with your paper and pen and writing down the answers. Because if you write all these, you will have your own book of corrections where you will not make these mistakes again. So we don't say I is, we say I am. That is one mistake. In, if you say, then you require article before theatre. You can say I'm waiting for my friends in the theatre. In means you are inside the theatre. But suppose you are waiting outside, or suppose you've just reached the theatre, then you can change in also and say I am waiting for my friends at the theatre. There are two ways of correcting this one sentence. My companions asks waiter the menu. This is the second sentence. My companions asks waiter the menu. Can you guess what all is wrong with this sentence? The first mistake is companions is plural, so you can't say asks. You have to say ask. My companions ask. Then waiter requires a singular common noun, requires an article. Therefore, we say the waiter. Now, the waiter is already there. You require a preposition for the next noun. So, preposition is missing. You say for the menu. The correct answer is my companions ask the waiter for the menu. Sentence number 3 is fish, chicken, and lamb is listed with the menu. See what all you can correct here. The first mistake is that fish, chicken, and lamb are 3 items. That is, they are plural. So is cannot be used there. Is for singular noun, singular subject. Here the subject is plural, 3. Therefore, instead of is, use are. And then listed in the menu, not with. With is not the correct article because that means a separate sheet of paper is brought along with the menu where fish, chicken are there. That's not the meaning. The meaning is in the menu, these 3 items are mentioned. Next one, number 4. Sam and not Chandu fit description about good man. Now you have 2 subjects, Sam and not Chandu. Fit description about good man. Where what is missing, where what is wrong, try to find out. Now the mistake is that although there are 2 people mentioned, Sam and Chandu, but look at the conjunction which joins it, and not. So it is not and, not Sam and Chandu, but not Chandu. That means out of 2, subtract 1. So you are left with only 1 subject. Since it is a singular subject, we have to put fits instead of fit. Description requires an article, so we say the description. Again, man, good man requires article, so we say a good man. These are the corrections which you need to make. So Sam and not Chandu fits the description of a good man. That is the correct sentence. Sentence number 5. The government agencies censors news of sensitive subject. There are many mistakes in the sentence. You need to find them and correct them. Government agencies does not require an article because we are talking not about one government agency but about all of them. Therefore, it is only government agencies without the article the. Then since it is plural, we cannot say censors. We have to say censor. Censor is not to allow, to check and see what can be allowed to the public and what cannot be allowed. That is what censor means. News on sensitive subjects of OFF cannot be used in this way. That is absolutely wrong. And on is the correct preposition here. So on sensitive subjects, here plural, because the agency doesn't stop one subject. It stops all subjects which are sensitive. Sensitive means that either you cannot tell because it's secret or it might hurt somebody, therefore you should not tell everybody. These are what we call as sensitive subjects. The principal and the teachers chooses date on exams. That is sentence number 6. Now check how you will correct. Unlike the sentence with Sam and Chandu, here it is a double subject. So we cannot say chooses. Since it's a plural subject, it should be choose. So we say the principal and the teachers choose the date on exams. We don't say of the exam. Exams not necessary. Exam, article is required. Preposition is also wrong. Therefore, we need to change all that. Now we come to sentence number 7. Not only the poet, but also his team approving of this plan. Check the sentence carefully for mistakes and then write down what is right before seeing the answer, which is immediately after this slide. Approving is never a verb, so we are looking for a verb here. Not only the poet but also his team is a joint subject. It's a compound subject, many people. But since already something is over, we are using the past tense of approving, and that is approved. Now, approved of this plan or approved this plan, both of them you can use. Whether, approve of would imply giving permission. Approve means just to say, okay, go ahead. Economics need to be given importance in today's world. That is the sentence number 8, where there are some mistakes. Economics, although it ends in an S, we don't consider it as plural. It is a single subject. So the singular verb needs has to be used. Economics needs to be given importance in today's world. That is the correct answer. Now we come to sentence number 7. Not only the poet, but also his team approving of this plan. Check the sentence carefully for mistakes and then write down what is right before seeing the answer, which is immediately after this slide. Look at the article a. Tells you immediately that although rupees is a lot of money, 1,000 rupees is a singular subject. So we say 1,000 rupees is not a small amount of money. Not are, but is. Here is the last sentence. In this exercise, I've mixed very simple and very complex. Let me know how many of them you got right, your score and your feedback for the test in the comments. We have a 5-year-old daughter. Now the word which you have here, article a, tells you that it should be 5-year-old. So it is hyphenated, not 5 years old, but 5-year-old daughter. That is the correction. I hope you have marked your score. Let me know how you felt doing this test and assure me that you will not make these mistakes again. I hope you have liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done it. Press the bell icon so that you get notifications. Like and hype the video and share it as widely as you can. Join the channel as a member to attend all the live classes I conduct and also to get other benefits. Thank you and all the best.